I heard you. You want to know how you can finally fall back into your softness, into your femininity. You want to get out of that controlling masculine shield that keeps you doing too much, that keeps you giving too much, that keeps you feeling drained. Let me tell you, Queen, in today's video, all your questions will be answered, and after the video, you will know what to do and what not to do, and how you can just sit back and finally flow. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela, and today I want to talk about femininity. There is such a big misconception about femininity, masculinity, and being a woman, so I want to get all the questions answered. Let's get into this. First of all, I want you to understand that femininity and masculinity has just so much to do with being a woman and being a man. There are men out there who can be very feminine, and there are women out there who can be very masculine. Or better said, as a woman, you can be dominantly in your masculinity, in your masculine energy, and a man can be dominantly in his feminine energy. We all carry both of it in us, and of course in certain circumstances of our life, in certain moments in our life, we tend to lean more into femininity or masculinity. It depends on what we need in that moment. The problem starts to arise when we forget how to soften as a woman, when we forget how to slow down and fall back into our femininity, that femininity that we carry in us, and that femininity that makes our life easy. If we keep being stuck in our masculine energy, we will feel drained because we are not men. Men are meant to be in their masculinity dominantly. Men are meant to be the doers. Men are meant to be the breadwinners. Men are just built to do more, to give more, to be achieving all the time. And I'm not saying that women are not meant to do that, or women are weak and cannot do it. No. As women, we can achieve as much as men do, but in a different way. We can just not be all the time in our masculinity because, as I said, it's gonna drain us. We are not built for that. We have different hormones than men, and men's hormone cycle is renewing every day. Women's hormone cycle is renewing every month. So our cycle takes a month. The man's cycle takes a day. A man doesn't need as much sleep. A man is simply driven by different hormones, and they work differently than women. And women can achieve as much as men do, but they don't need to be in the masculine energy to achieve and do and get everything done as the men do, because we have the power of femininity, and femininity is our birthright. If you believe it or not, you are not meant to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, go to work at 8 a.m. and work 8 hours a day. You are not meant to do this. Women are not built to do this. And in today's world, sometimes we cannot get out of this because we are pushed into this society, we are pushed into this masculine-driven society, but it doesn't mean we cannot take steps to still nurture our femininity the best way possible. Now, what is feminine energy? So feminine energy is the energy that is flowing. You can imagine it like water. Femininity is like water. We are flowing. We are very powerful, but we are flowing with life. And for example, if you think about a glass and you put water in the glass, the water takes the form of the glass to fit in there. Don't understand me wrong right now. I'm saying that a woman doesn't force herself into a form. Water doesn't build the form of the glass. A glass, a container is given for a woman that a woman can flow into it and take up the space in there. Femininity is about being soft, is about being receptive, is about being kind, is about being warm. Femininity is not being submissive, is not being weak, is not wearing pink all the time. It's all about energy. And this energy, this intuitive feminine energy, is something so powerful. And also, when you learn to step into that femininity, you will see that your life will be even better than it is now, without doing so much, because we are receptive beings. We are here to be our best versions of ourselves and to have the best life without doing so much. So, for example, if you are in your femininity, if you are embodying your feminine energy, then you surrender to whatever moment comes to you. Let's say there is a plan change in today's plan or tomorrow's plan or next week's plan, and you are either completely annoyed because it doesn't go as planned and you want to force to make this plan still happen. That would be being in your masculine energy. Or you step in your femininity and you say, okay, I surrender to what is. The fact is that the plan changed and I surrender to that. I take what comes because I know it happens for my best. I know whatever happens is for my best version of myself, is for my highest version of myself. So if a plan changes, I'm probably being protected from something. Femininity is also emotional. Femininity doesn't just suppress emotions because emotions don't bring you further. No, as a feminine woman, as embodying this feminine energy, you can just express your emotions. If you're sad, you express it. If you're angry, you express it. If you're happy, you express it. And of course, when you're feminine, you are also very magnetic. You are attracting people and you are attracting masculine men. Because guess what? When you are in your femininity, you attract the opposite. But when you keep being in your masculine energy, you will also attract a feminine guy. You will attract a guy who is emotional, who doesn't know what to do with his life, who is flowing with life, who is just not having a plan, who is not responsible and can not provide for you because you are in your masculinity. The biggest signs for you being disconnected from that feminine energy is when you feel stuck in your head, or you feel like you're only attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable. Or, for example, you are overdoing and over planning and over controlling everything in your life. Those are signs that you are not in your femininity. Also, difficulty receiving love and compliments is another sign of not being in that feminine energy. So there was a time in my life where I was so much in my masculine energy that first of all I would attract partners who were feminine and emotionally unavailable, and second of all I was not happy at all. I was trying to control every outcome. I was trying to control my life. I was trying to control and plan what I'm gonna do with my life. And it sounds amazing maybe, but it's not feminine and it kept me stuck in my head and I felt so drained. I felt so drained and disconnected from my body that I came to a point I didn't even want to live anymore. And at first I didn't know what it was, but when I got to understand I am in my masculine energy and I am not supposed to be there because I am a woman and being a woman is a gift. because as a woman we come with so many beautiful hormones, sides of ourselves, so many adjectives that are nurturing, that are unique to women. I got to understand I need to change something. And once I changed, once I started implementing steps that brought me more into my femininity, that made me soften, that made me be more myself, just coming back to who I am naturally as a woman, that changed my life. And that was when everything was flowing. Suddenly my business was working. Suddenly I met a man that was in his masculinity and wanted to take care of me, wanted to provide for me. Suddenly I was almost getting everything from universe gifted to me without doing a lot, because I was receptive. I was doing my work, but when my body said, listen, you need to rest, listen, it's too much, I did that, and I still was getting everything I could have imagined. So why do you want to be in your masculinity when you can be having the same life or even a much better life when you finally step into your soft feminine version of yourself? You will ask now how I did that and what can you do to do that too, and I will give you now a few points that will explain exactly what you can do, how you can implement, and how you can soften in your daily day. First thing is surrender control. Do yourself a favor and let go of needing to know everything. If it's from your boyfriend, the guy you date, from your friends, from the world, the news, what's gonna happen tomorrow, what's gonna happen next week, in 1 month. Let go of that, because first of all, that keeps you stuck in your head, and second of all, it doesn't do you any good. Why would you want to know more than universe, than life presents you to know? Why would you spend energy on knowing something that you shouldn't know? And believe me, once you let go of that need, you will know everything that you need to know. And I can tell you one example. I was in a relationship and my partner was lying to me. And as a woman, we feel when something is not right. We feel when something is going on, right? But I let go the need of needing to know. So I just surrendered to what is. I had my emotions, I felt it, I expressed my emotions. And then a few days later, my partner came to me and told me, listen, babe, I have to tell you something. I lied to you that day. I was like, I knew it. I knew it, but without forcing it, the information came to me because I kept trusting that everything will happen for my highest good. And if something happened that I don't need to know, better to not know. And I have another example for you. A few years ago, I was in a relationship and I was in my masculinity. I felt that something was off. I thought my boyfriend lied to me. So I kept pressuring him to tell me what happened. I need to know right now because I know, I feel it, that something is off. And I pressured and pressured and pressured. First of all, we had a massive fight, and second of all, it came out that he lied to me because he went to get a gift for me to surprise me, and of course I destroyed the whole surprise. I destroyed the whole moment for him and for myself too, because I didn't surrender. I didn't let go. Honey, you have to believe when you need to know something, in the right time you will know about it. And when you don't know and you shouldn't know, you will never know, and that's fine. Simply learn to allow life to lead you and trust that everything happens for your highest good. And you can train that, you can practice that by doing yin yoga. Yin yoga is wonderful because you are in certain yoga poses that might are difficult, that might are uncomfortable, but you learn to sit through it through breathing. You learn to really surrender to that moment of pain, of uncertainty, of not wanting to be there, but you breathe through it, and with breathing you will feel how your muscles let go of that, how your muscles surrender to that moment and let go of that stress that you give yourself. So yin yoga is a game changer also for your posture, because some girls were asking me, how can I keep always my straight posture? Easy. You do yin yoga, and apart from that, as I said, it's amazing to help you trust in life and let life lead you and soften. Another thing you can do is put yourself in unplanned situations by intention. You want to have 1 or 2 days in the week where you don't know what you're gonna do, you do not plan anything, and you say yes when someone calls you and asks you last minute to do something. You can learn slowly to surrender to life, and you will see you do that a few times, and every time you do something unplanned last minute, it turns out to be the best thing, because that's something life brought to you. The second thing you can do is to activate your senses. Femininity is not living here. Femininity is living here and in your body, in all over your body. So how can you activate your senses and get out of here? Yoga, candles, wear something that makes you feel good. I'm almost only wearing fabrics that make me feel comfortable, fabrics that are soft, fabrics like cotton, silk, linen, fabrics that make my body breathe. Also, get yourself flowers regularly, just for the sake of having your senses activated. Have something nice in your living room, like a flower bouquet, and smell on your flower bouquet once a day, twice a day, and just have that view on beautiful flowers, fresh flowers, the color. For example, for me, I love tulips, because tulips, they represent for me life, they represent for me energy but softness in the same time, and I love the color. It makes me feel so good to look at tulips in my living room, and you should do that too. Find some flowers, even if it's one flower a week, put it on your table and enjoy it every day. The third thing is to express your emotions freely without filter. Femininity is actually a bit chaotic sometimes, but is raw, it's unfiltered, and that means when you feel rage, scream. You are allowed to scream. You can, for example, what I do sometimes, I take the pillow and I scream in the pillow, because I feel a build up of rage in me and I need to let it out. If I swallow it down, if I suppress it, I'm not feeling good, and I will start to be here and will start to rationalize my emotion, and that's what's destroying your femininity. That's what's keeping you up here, and you will never be in here. You will never be in your body if you are not learning to express your emotions. If you are sad, cry. If you feel happy, laugh. How long did I suppress my happiness? Because I didn't know how to express happiness. And that's such a sad thing, because happiness is beautiful. Happiness can even make you tear up when you're really happy, when you really try to think about something like your biggest dream. Imagine your biggest dream and it comes true. Like even now when I think about it, I'm getting goosebumps and I'm almost starting to tear up, because it makes me happy. It makes me feel amazing. So always express all your emotions. I was trying to suppress negative emotions like rage, sadness, and I wanted to only express positive emotions. But as I told you, I didn't even know how to express happiness, because I suppressed the other side of the spectrum. You cannot be happy without being able to feel sad. You cannot feel love without being able to feel hate and rage. It doesn't work. You need to be able to express all of it in order to be able to feel all of it. Unfortunately, you cannot choose and pick which emotions you want to feel and express and which not. The next thing you can do to be more soft, to be more feminine, is to train to receive without guilt. As I said, femininity is all about being receptive. Now, the thing is, you cannot be receptive to universe if you say no to everything around you. If you say no to someone opening you the door, letting you walk through first, universe will hear that, God will see that and will think, she doesn't want anything, she's good with what she has. You are blocking your blessings by saying no and not wanting to receive help, gifts, compliment, love, and support. Receiving is your almost like a cheat code. You as a woman are made to receive. Like you are this spiritual being that is put here on earth to receive. You are so different than a man because a man is not connected to that. A man is just doing to receive. But you're actually put here to sit, be, and receive. So if you're saying, I don't want to receive, you're saying, I don't want to be a woman. You have to stop that, honey. If a man wants to open you the door, let him do that. If a man wants to give you a gift, let him do that. What you can do, for example, next time you are driving in a car with a man, once the car stopped and you parked, stay in the car, sit and wait until this man is opening you the door. Whenever you go to a shopping mall, whenever you go through a door with a man, wait until this man is opening the door for you. With that, you're not only training yourself to be able to receive, you're also saying, listen, I'm having a standard in men. If I want to be around a man, I want the man to be providing for me. I want the man to be able to step up in his masculinity and giving a container for me. It's the bare minimum to open the door for a woman. It's the bare minimum to pull the chair for a woman to sit down. It's the bare minimum to bring flowers for a woman. It's the bare minimum that your man is making sure that you feel safe around him. Those are bare minimum things that you need to learn yourself to be able to receive, and others around you to make clear, hey, listen, that's what I'm expecting, that's what I want to be treated, and everyone who doesn't give me that, I do not allow in my surroundings. I know who I am and I know what I bring with my femininity to this space. I'm not willing to bring it to any space if I'm not being respected and treated the way I want to be treated. So next time someone is giving you a compliment, you say thank you. Even if it's a woman, you say thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Don't say, I don't like what I'm wearing. I look normal today. Oh, but you look much better than me. Say thank you. Say it from your heart and receive it without guilt. The next and last thing you can implement in your daily day to be more feminine, to be more soft, is to romanticize your life. Get yourself flowers. Do slow walks. Allow some space in your schedule just to be, not to do. If you have a tight schedule every day, block 1 hour if you can, and if 1 hour is not possible for you, then block 10 minutes to just be, to do nothing. Just be for some period of time. That's the only way how you can allow the flow, how you can learn to be feminine and just to be. You can also start creative hobbies, go for arts class, go for a dance class. You can also dress up how you want. What I like to do is to really dress up like a girly girl or like a princess vibe kind of. It makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so beautiful. It makes me feel so nurtured from myself, because when I'm wearing something that makes me feel like a princess, there is nothing that can stop me, because I'm radiating happiness, I'm radiating life. And even if you're going outside for shopping, even if you're not going outside, dress up for yourself. Do it for yourself. And if dressing up means for you to wear a flowy skirt or a dress, then that's how it is. If that makes you feel comfortable, if that makes you feel good in your body, do it, and do it more often. From now on, I want you to ask yourself every day, what can I do today to be more soft? What can I do today to step more into my femininity? You can literally do one of the things mentioned every day. It's small practices that don't change who you are, they make you fall back into your softness, fall back into your femininity. Because femininity is not something you have to learn to be, femininity is already in you. You just need to unlearn what's not feminine. You need to unlearn what's not meant for you. You need to unlearn what a woman is not, in order to just be. Anyways, guys, I hope so much this could help. I hope you can take something from those points and implement it in your daily day. And I hope you can experience the beauty of being a woman with the full spectrum of being a woman. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.